less Factorio today. We were going to be doing a Rimworld playthrough, an idea that I had. And this is Spark in the Dark. I just loaded in. The only things I did was I placed down the Venometric Power Cell and the light because we're going to need it. That's why we're called a Spark in the Dark, or whatever I ended up naming this. This is mostly about the Miller race, or whatever they're called. Oh yeah, I meant to place the... I can't do it now. After the stream, I'll place a link to a short in the description, which kind of explains what these creatures are. An interesting thing about them is that they're not a xenotype; it's a race. So it originally has no xenotype. Ours has a xenotype. I don't know why that always happens. The Skyfeathered Church is something added by this mod, and every time I play this start, they end up becoming hostile to us, and I don't know why. Because they're supposed to worship these people. Do me a favor, do area cleaning 1. Don't be cleaning right now. She's bored because I don't have anything for her to do because we're working on getting all of our stuff in. She's a little bit overpowered. I will admit that, but it's also because of what this playthrough is going to be. We're kind of noticing it now since it's 6 in the morning, yet it's getting darker for some reason. Okay, so you don't do construction and don't do mining. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Just going to do quickly set this up. Don't do hunting. Growing is fine. Planting is fine. Smithing is 4. Crafting is 4. Art is 4. Actually, art will be 5. Cleaning and hauling are 8. Research is 6. Learning is 7. Alright. Now our Millera will get right to work. We can also place down... I was going to place this down. Let's give her a minute to get settled. Okay, there we go. It's really settled in now. This is Oblivion. What this is it's a mod that makes it to where the unnatural darkness from I'm trying to remember what it's called. Oblivion from Anomaly is basically permanent on the map. So we're not going to see much of anything once the darkness settles in. And it attacks everything. It doesn't. I don't think it attacks animals, and I don't think it attacks neutral parties. But it will attack hostile parties, as far as I'm aware. It'll attack our pawns. It doesn't attack our robot, which this is a Knight 2. It's one of the Millera's specific mechanoids, although we won't be seeing very many of these. I don't know how to get more of them. I found their gestator, which is specific to their race, but as far as I can tell, I can't make more of them. Alright, let's go ahead and start getting those sellers settled in. Let's look at Lizzie real quick while our Millera sets up the area. And actually what we'll do is, even though it will be slow, because it will technically be outside, we'll actually get a research table placed down. But let's go ahead and look at our Lizzie. Like I said, her skills are pretty strong. She does not do construction or mining. That's not even she doesn't like doing it. I'm going to basically make it to where she doesn't do this. She's going to let the mechanoid take care of all of that. She's not a big fan of cooking or animals, but that'll be fixed by her ideology, which I'll show in a little bit. Everything else she's willing to do. She is a sanguine ecologist, fast learner. She was a Millera researcher, and she was an academy student. That's why she's on this planet. Now for her xenotype. She is a mech lord. This is her own personal design. Makes us really good at things. The big focuses here for me are fleet connected and mechanoid network, which is why she has such a high bandwidth. She's basically going to be building mechanoids like crazy. I was originally going to build a bunch of these mechanoids, as I really enjoy them because I think they're really cool. But like I said, I can't figure out how to get more of them. I am very much limited to the one we have here, as far as I can tell, because there's a specific item I need, and I can't figure out how to get it to make more of them. So we will be using basic mechanoids a lot in this playthrough. One of our big things, though, is going to be never running out of power, because if this gets dark, she'll start getting attacked. Let's go ahead and place this down. I need to give her more to do. Let's go ahead and have her deconstruct these roads out here. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that on YouTube, because I don't know how the compression algorithm is going to like this darkness. I know that in most playthroughs it doesn't. So go ahead and place. Remove that. And let's work on getting some of this boarding down. She has that our mines researched. We can go ahead and put down our mines as well. And then we can also get solar forged steel from this. I don't know if we're supposed to be able to get this, but it's a lot easier to get this early on here than it is to get it the way we're supposed to get it. We will be getting it the way we're supposed to get it. I'm only going to allow us 100, and that's not going to be enough for a lot of builds we want to do. But I am going to allow us to get at least a little bit from here. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. Now, there's actually a plant in here I want to try planting down. Which is going to be these sun blooms. Then we'll do a smaller area right here, and this will be rice. I can expand her allowed zone out a little bit more. She probably can go to the rice fields. I think some of this is in darkness. And then we'll do another door over here, and we'll start getting a little bit of a room built here. This will be her bedroom. Now these sun blooms produce light. So what I'm thinking is that they will be able to grow in their own area because they have light. Might be wrong though, because that says that it doesn't have light. These won't be able to grow because they don't have light. But we'll be fixing that in a minute. furniture, and let's build a small light in here. The world outside is going to get very dark for a little bit. As we can see, the people aren't getting hurt because these are, they're protected by their own different reasons. Like, these are the Jedi, they are protected by the Force. No, I just didn't want the neutrals being attacked all the time. What I should do, though, is I should get some outdoor lights placed out here. Just so that I'm not leaving her in the dark. Because that will be quite the problem. Alright, we're gonna go into the mechs. Well, the Milia the controls for the Millerers, and we're gonna switch over to this, which you'll notice it's like Rimworld's control system, although it's like the old one. It's a 1 to 4, not a it's a 1 to 4, not a not my 1 to 9. No cooking, no hunting, construction on 4, growing on 3, mining on 2, plants on 3, smithing on 4, tailoring on 4, on 4, on 4, on 2, on 1. Oh, this is the resource console. Let's go ahead and turn that off for now. I don't even know if I'm going to have a resource console, and I don't need her doing that. There we go. I was hoping she would do the mining eventually, the mining first. I hate how they come in and eat my food. Leave my food alone. Very annoying. I need to stop pausing it. Alright, now that she's mining components, we have more than enough stuff for me to go back to doing this. Mining construction 1. She has this built. Now I can go ahead and tell her to get the floors here. This theme, guys, is actually going to be really useful. We're going to be able to place this down. I actually can also do this across the map. Uninstall them. Do not uninstall them. I knew you were going to do that. A wild man wandered in. We're not going to tame him. A couple of restrictions to this. Oh, there she is. I'm not allowed to recruit humans. I'm not allowed to have humans in the colony. If a human joins the colony, I either have to banish them or I have to kick them out with my character editor. I haven't decided which I'm going to do yet. I'm just going to try to avoid them all truthfulness. But if I end up getting one, I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with them just yet. Now she's going through random stuff, which is fine. She's going through everything that's cheap, but I want drones. Uninstall that when you can. You can now sleep in this bed. Light is 50. That might be safe. I think 50 light is fine. Go ahead and turn the map off for now. We don't need it. I don't need to see what's going on. Hopefully this is for the drones. Yes, it is. Place that down. We also want to place down our workbench. We want to place down a biorefinery. There. And an assembly table when we get to it. We want a comms console. And we want a communications disk. Oh yeah, I forgot about power. Luckily, I don't have a battery, or everything would be flickering. Thing only produces 1,000 volts. Need a drone recharger at some point. Go ahead and start getting her some recreation. The place right there. We should chop down these trees. Also place one in here. I have a couple of things we can build for power. Wind turbines, obviously. The tox waste pack things, everything like that. Need a workbench. Manager, this, maintain wood. Yeah, this stuff hasn't grown at all. I was afraid of that. That's okay. I have an idea on how to fix it. Well, kind of. Might not work. I think it's gonna work. Build a roof. I'm gonna need a lot more power for it. That's definitely for sure. Chem fuel, probably. Build a chem fuel generator there. Build a roof over top of it so it don't go berserk. Because I don't know if it goes berserk in the rain. I don't think it does, but just in case. I like putting them outside though, just in case one day I start having emissions or something. So build a chem fuel generator. Designate the power off for that. Designate the power off for that. Because I need chem fuel. This takes 170 watts. We have up to 365. Go ahead and turn this back on. Make chem fuel. Meteor shower. Exolite, gold, granite, compact plasteel, and silver. Do the silver and we'll do the exolite. Don't need the gold right now and don't need the plasteel. Okay, she's down for her charging cycle. Now we have a bit of fuel coming in. using a little extra power, so now we need to put down a battery. I'm going to let her charge till about 20% and then probably put her back on, and then probably toggle her draft just to put her back to work. It'll take her 2 days to fully charge. I usually don't give her that for 2 days. I mostly because I want her to I want her to charge, but I don't want her to sit there charging for very long. Furniture. Chem fuel. Critical. Put the chem fuel outside. Now this produces 1,000 extra watts. I'm gonna build this. It's time to see if we can actually do what I'm planning on doing to fix this. Create its own growing zone. Go with rice. Yeah, no, that takes 2,000 watts. Go ahead and turn that back off. I want to use it, but it's a lot of power, which is fine. The next thing I want her to research, because we need it, is geothermal power. Go ahead and delete that. Delete. Right, growing zone. Okay, so yeah, just filled it in. That's fine. Cool. Have our first base lighter attack. This guy, obviously, like I said before, this guy cannot join us due to being human. She will not have humans join her. But as we watch, he'll get slowly ripped apart by the darkness. By the time he gets here, he'll be much, much weaker. Alright, there's Lizzie. Where's the mech? Of course she went down to deal with the steel. Now, much like everything else with these mechs, they're a lot smarter than they look. And she's also a lot more capable than I give her credit for. Because she might seem like she's a little bit of a weakling. Some people might think, oh, these Milleras definitely seem like they're not that powerful. And I would say you would learn the hard way that that is not correct. Because they're actually very, very strong. They were once a warfaring race, but after a long time of peace, they became docile. Well, I wouldn't say docile, especially not the way I play them. After some time of being a warfaring race, they got the mechanoids and they became more laid back. I was tempted to pick him up and put him in the darkness. Let the darkness eat him. Go ahead and start working on expanding our zone a bit. We're going to mine out all of this. Because we're going to need another building soon. Two things I need to work on that I haven't worked on yet are I need a workshop so I can start moving stuff out of here and put it in an actual workshop. And I also need to get a bit more territory. I need to claim a bit more territory from the darkness. Alright, let's see. 5. 10 by 10. Now, I don't think we have enough for this. I think our main issue is going to be the fact that, I thought the cannibals are eating. He's actually not a cannibal, he's just a wild man that has no food on the map because this place place won't do well for food. We'll actually notice that, like, in a few days, all the trees will be dead because they're not getting any light. Technically, there shouldn't be any trees on the planet by the start, but I'm not that smart when setting up Rimworld games. I'm not technically proud of how long it took me to figure out how to get all this set up. Then I'll go ahead and build a concrete mixer outside. I don't care if it's in the outdoors. I normally would, but it's not a big deal to me. Now with Oblivion, we can still get lightning storms, we can still get all the normal events, which I am so glad I just remembered that. Where is it? We need EMI shielding. Solar flares can be a problem. I have a way of surviving a solar flare. Not a very good way, but I do have a way. Go ahead and make concrete from chunks. Go ahead and do concrete from bricks. Marble, slate, granite, limestone, sandstone, backstone. I forgot the backstone, so move that up. And then any stone. 2 until 600, 2 until 600, 2 until 600, until 600, until 240, 2 until 180, do forever. The initial goal of this playthrough is just survival. As long as she stays alive, it's considered a win. The overall goal, if I was going to pick one, would be for her to achieve a life of decadence. And so what a life of decadence basically means is she basically can do whatever. She basically is going to always be happy. She'll always be able to do whatever she wants. And she'll basically have safety from the darkness for basically all of time. Basically going to let Vanilla probably collect as much energy as it can. I'm just going to let it charge up to fill up its battery. We're currently stable, even though I'm a little nervous about the whole, if we lose power, we're basically dead. Get that fixed in time. Let's go ahead and put a wooden pole there. Go ahead and build this out there. We have auto doors, but I'm not going to build them yet. Mostly because I don't want to run the risk of draining my power network. Oh, a psychic soothe. No wonder her mood is so high. Only thing she's unhappy about is her awful bedroom and her ugly environment. Ooh, vegetarian fine meals. I did think about doing an Ice Age. We might turn one on later, using dev mode. Or one might happen naturally, I don't know. I just didn't want to deal with an Ice Age too early. It's happening. You can see all the trees are dying because there's not enough light during the day to sustain them. Go ahead and start marking as many as I can across the map to gather from. We can also see all the grass is dying. The world is becoming very barren around us. Another transport pod crash. This is Hopper. It's another human, so we can't save them because I can't risk them joining us, sadly. That's one thing I wish they would add. I wish they would make it to where if somebody wanted to join you, they have to ask your permission every time. I hate it when people join you as just random joiners, because like just because I picked you up off the ground and kept you from dying doesn't mean I want you to stay and live in my house. Because I'd pick everybody up if I could pick and choose who stays. Just because it's who I am. We're getting our area paved out for our new geothermal generator. It'll give us a good boost of electricity. Sometimes I've got to focus on saying electricity, because if not, I'll say eclectricity. If you get the reference, good for you. You witnessed one of the best Minecraft videos, one of the best Minecraft series I've ever seen, in my opinion. You're thinking Yogscast, you're thinking wrong. Not that Yogscast was bad. Definitely not saying that. Storage, crate, steel. will try to make a lot of stuff out of steel. Sometimes I'll forget. The steel and stone is a lot easier to get in this world. Wood takes time. And wood's also being used for fuel. Storage, chunks, critical, no chunks. Now she's working on making bricks instead of rest of the stuff. I like the fact that she's happy. Some would say, does this mean she's living a life of decadence? Nope. Even with this, a solar flare right now would probably be the end of us. I have an emergency thought process of what we could do. I think that this produces light. I also have a few other things that we might be able to do to survive. Short of just running off the map. Actually, I have an idea. I'm going to set up one of those emergency ideas. Do not refuel it. Now, if I need to, I can fuel that up and get her in there before she ends up dying. Actually, now that I think about it. Well, that storage, critical storage, more meals. Now that's basically our emergency. Oh no, we're gonna die. We need to get emergency light. Structure, steel walls, go with an 11 by 9, and then a 5 by 7, and a 14 by 11. Wooden door, wooden door, wooden door. Wooden door, wooden door, and that should be good. Let's also go with power. Run a power conduit down here, and then over to here, up to here. Over to here, down to there, over to there, and up to there. I did get this inspiration from a stream, from a series of videos from a very popular Rimworld streamer called Samuel Streamer. Although I wanted to do an advanced tech race trying to survive in the darkness instead of a medieval race. I know the medieval race is probably more interesting because it's probably more difficult. I didn't want difficulty, I wanted fun. How are we doing for her area of allowed? I should remember to check this every once in a while just to make sure I keep either A, expanding or restricting her based on what is a good idea. Hey, we can turn this back on. Now this should allow for these plants to grow. It is, which is good because we're down to 11 and 23 of our berries. Not going to survive very long. Go ahead and add in a production area. And add a butcher spot. Butcher creatures do forever. We'll take a look at the ideology, because I haven't showed this off yet. We are supremacist, transhumanist, god emperors, and exalted priesthood. Basically, we're really big on electronics. It's pretty laid back, allows for butchering human likes and stuff like that. Our relic is it's supposed to be the Chalice of Light. If we can retrieve it, that is part of the goal of this. It's not super necessary. I kind of forgot that it existed. I made this ideology a couple of days ago while prepping for this stream. Ilia configuration. Stop hauling so much. This needs luminescent steel. I have 150. Oh, that's solar forged steel. Runs by and hits it while she's running by. Oh, aren't you supposed to do planting before you do anything else? Oh no, planting and growing should be a top priority. I didn't make that out of wood. I'm pretty sure that can be made out of steel, which would be a lot better than us making it out of wood. I don't like making doors out of steel. If I remember correctly, it makes them go a lot slower. Another transport pod. The reason I check these is because some of them end up being Milias. It's rare that they have a chance of spawning in. They also have a chance at random joining, which is why I'll accept some random joins if the storyteller offers them to me. If they don't, that's fine. Alright, we have drones. We're going to build us a couple of freight assembly units. We're going to tell it to build 2 of them, and then a cleaning unit. This will make her job a lot easier. We also, since we now are building them, we also need to build a drone charging station, which we'll put outside. I'm at alpaca, that's fine. Go ahead and switch her on to escort. Show me this mad alpaca. What I also need to do is furniture, lamp, floodlight, and a standing lamp. Probably there. As we can see, her plasma rifle is pretty strong. Go ahead and work, recharge, escort. The mechanoid will accompany the overseer if it does not have a job, and will also be charged if necessary. Yeah, I want that. Because I want it to continue working and doing its job. But I also want it to accompany me if I need it to accompany me. I don't know why she's not going around and chopping down those tree chunks. Should be doing that relatively regularly. I guess she was just working on what she could work on first. Not very pretty, but at least it's, to me, it's better than having it just be, another one of these mask-wearing tribals. They don't have protection. Their protection doesn't work against the darkness. Get our knight ready. Good job. Go oblivion with you. What does the drifter soap for? 45 silver? That's not bad. Let's go ahead and give them the silver that they want. An exotic goods trader, we'll talk to them once they get within the light. They've got the advanced components we need. Gold. And, ooh, a telescope. And a book. We'll buy the book. According to the short that I watched about the Miller race, they like books, so I'll be buying books whenever I get the chance. As far as I can tell, there's not actually anything to make them like books, but could be wrong. And yes, technically she will be just staring into the abyss with the telescope. In my test playthrough, they did use it, so I will use it. I am getting warnings about the YouTube not receiving enough video for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. I'll probably have to do a test stream at some point trying to figure that out. Butcher, over the cooler, stockpile, storage, nothing rotten. Nothing non-perishable. Corpses. Then go to this one. Nothing perishable. I also want to start getting our nutrient paste set up. Our power limit again. And we're fixed. Technically, that's also because this turned off, which that takes 2,090 of our power, 2,900 of our power. Details, human-like, alien corpses, no Miller corpses, no immortal corpses, no unnatural corpses, and no colonist corpses. I didn't think about this before, but we could always enslave baseliners. Go ahead and set up another one of these, get our power really taken care of. It's getting cold, that's good. Saving oversize. An expedition out into the world is not something I'm looking to do right now. Zones, Imperial 1. I am also going to go ahead and go into here, and I'm going to tell her, oh, she already is cooking, I want to go into the Miller configuration, and you are now not going to cook or clean or haul unless it's your only job to do. Nope, disturbing visions because we're getting the visions from the monolith. Not a bad thing. I want to put it here. we're actually getting this built like almost right on schedule. Well, I wouldn't say almost right on schedule. I would say it's good timing because she ran out of her trail rations. There we go. Technically should move this down. Set that up. Set that up. Pipe network. Did I already look at this one? This one I definitely would be tempted to save if it wasn't for the fact that they are permanently hostile towards me. Which I don't know why. I don't feel like it should be. Sounds like an amazingly lazy good sharp weapon. Oh, he's got a neural stack. Alright. Neanderthal, so he'll be a little bit more squishy than or he'll be a little bit more tougher than most. He is gonna. Oh, he's preparing for a while. That might do him in. Darkness is just ripping into him right now. Is he really going after the? Yep. That was a terrible idea. So long. Did they just harvest the rice? Where'd all the rice go? Oh, I bet you anything this thing came over and ate it all. Annoying. Alright. Escort. Get on over here. Good job. You can go back to work. No. I forgot I had that set up. Now, some may say that these animals are going to be a problem because they're going to keep eating the crop. No, I literally will just kill them, and their food will become my source of food, and their meat will become my source of food. A child seeks a home. Oh, it's up. It failed out. I would have considered it. Maybe she takes the kid on as a young ward. Probably ends up turning him into a servant. I didn't see it though. No biggie. She doesn't hate humans. She just doesn't see the point in living with them. It'll be more about trying to research why this planet is full of darkness eventually once she's settled in. Right now she can't. She's working on getting settled in. Because eventually, once I have enough technology and I feel more comfortable with our power supply, I can start working my way into the darkness. There's like this water over here we can get our way to. The truth, though, is that we're most likely end up looking into the monolith. Eventually. Wherever that thing lies. I know it's around here somewhere. There it is. We'll probably look into the monolith eventually. But that'll be once we have a good, decent amount of stability. The next thing we're doing is going to probably build a building over here, which will be our workshop / mechanoid creation area. And we'll start working towards getting mechs. One, two, three, 4, and 5. Actually, what I should have done. Slightly too late now. 1, 2, so 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then go ahead and build a door there. I probably won't be doing many auto doors in this playthrough, just because of the sheer need for power. Not gonna guess one thing I could do if I really wanted to get this underway. I could build a mech gestator here. Really bad location for it, but it's fine for now. And then we build a sub-persona core maker. Build in the freezer. That'd be a really terrible place for it, all things considered, but build it out here, and we'll put a roof over it. It's not a big deal. We'll move it. So if you saw that while we were in biotech, you saw that we have this million gestator, and we have their charging station, obviously. The problem with this is that this isn't the issue, it's building them once we have it. I will show it off later, just in case I somehow figure out how to fix it. But you basically need these permits for them, and I don't know how to get the permits. I'm kind of ignoring the trade caravans. I don't really have the supply right now to be trading with people yet, so I'm kind of ignoring them. Throwing down some light in here is tempting just so I can see what she's doing, but I can kind of tell what she's doing based on what's not marked for build and what's marked for build. For those of you watching this on YouTube later, whether or not I do a part 2 of this or if I continue this series is definitely going to be dependent on how you guys react to it. If it's not very popular, we won't be doing this again, as I am still looking for things that people find popular. I'll probably play it on my own, but I probably won't be putting it up on YouTube. As far as the Empire playthrough goes, it'll probably continue, but it's probably not going to be something I put too much effort into, unlike Skyrim, because it is something that I feel is a little on the slow side, and I don't feel like it does very well for YouTube. While I don't mind doing things, while I do things for what I want for enjoyment, I do want to put things on YouTube that are going to be viewed and get my channel to grow a little bit more. But like I said before, this will not continue if it's if it's not receiving a lot of interest. I mostly wanted to do this because I wanted to show it off. And streaming stuff is a lot easier than recording it. My guess is Lizzie probably doesn't like ripping apart the corpses, but she probably is willing to do it. Now, I will turn this stuff on real quick. Just in case somebody comes in and says the same thing that I was saying originally. If I call up the Millerers, the only options I have are to trade with them or to request immediate aid. I can't click trade with them now because of the fact that obviously I don't have an allyship with them. I've gotten myself allied to them and they still don't let me trade with them. So I googled it and it said that you should be able to do it through the trade console. I can't get it to the Millerers. And as far as I can tell, I don't think anybody else would be able to trade it with you. So, I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to get the permits to build these mechs. Because, we go into this real quick. Show this off real quick just so that, because I'm about to end the stream. But, just so that you guys can see this, where is it? We have our military adjustrator. If I build this real quick, we'll notice it has these permits. I can't figure out how to get these permits. Everything else I can get. I can't get the permits. So I don't know what these permits need, where to get these permits. And even if I have the, what do you call it? Even if I have, like, to build them, they still need their permits. And I can't find the permits. So, yeah. And get rid of this. None of that's overly good for me to gain, so I'm just gonna let them keep it. I thought this would be an interesting idea, though. I want to see how people feel about it. Like I said, I'll give it the week. It's not going to be every Monday. It'll probably be every couple of Mondays that I stream this, if I end up streaming it. Yeah, go after the human. All the food we could need. Not in the way I was expecting to get it. What the? It wasn't even on fire. Ugh. Oops. Oh. Okay. My bad. I wasn't supposed to do that, but alright. Like I said, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Or I'll see you guys in the next stream. Like I said, if this doesn't get a lot of interest, I won't be doing this again. But I will start trying to stream different games on Mondays just to see what people like. It'll always be a game I like. What we might do next week is a game called Dungeon Quest or Dragon Quest or something like that. Basically like a really interesting version of Minecraft. It's not actually Minecraft, but it's like in Minecraft in a way. Saturdays will stay as Factorio as long as I'm having fun with Factorio. But this has been Rimworld, A Spark in the Dark, showing off the Miller race. Hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully it was worth a watch. Like I said, if you guys want to leave comments down what you guys would think, maybe you guys say, hey, yeah, Rimworld's something we would like to see on stream, but it's not gonna. We don't want the darkness. We don't want the Millerers. We don't want the overpowered Mechanator start. Like, yeah, let me know, and I will adjust as needed. The only reason I made her the overpowered Millera is because the overpowered Mechlord is because of the fact that I wanted her to have the ability to be survive in this darkness. I tried it without the Mech Lord, and it was a lot worse. Let's just put it that way. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Why are you guys eating my food again? Get out. And hope to see you guys in the next one. Later.